Spoilers ahead. Watch out, and take care. The movie begins in Iraq in 2007, just after President Bush declared the end of the continuing war between Iraq and the United States. Despite the fact that the battle is over, U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Matthew and his spotter, Sergeant Alan Isaac, are sent to a pipeline construction site in a desolate section of Iraq. They are stationed there to keep a watch on a notorious sniper who is assassinating all Americans working at the facility. The two are sheltering behind the stones, attempting to locate the enemy under the desert's blistering sun. They have already spent almost 20 hours looking for the accused sniper. After several hours of patiently waiting, Matthew becomes impatient and claims that there are no Iraqi soldiers on the site. He examines the workers' scattered bodies and finds that the place was attacked by a number of Iraqi soldiers who left after completing their job. When Isaac learns of this, he tries to appease Matthew and advances the hypothesis that because all the workers were killed by headshots, the culprit is a professional sniper. He also suggests that it could be Juba, a professional Iraqi sniper, but Matthew dismisses his point of view, arguing that no Rocky Mountain sniper can be that excellent to kill all workers in less than 30 seconds. After a few more hours of waiting, Matthew's patience eventually gives way, and he decides to check the place on his own. Isaac tells him again that this is not a good idea, as there is a high probability that there is a professional sniper. Nevertheless, Matthew emerges from the hideout, carrying his stuff, and asks Isaac to cover him from behind as he walks towards the building site. As Matthew approaches the scene, he discovers the bodies of soldiers and laborers. He picks up a radio from one of the fallen soldiers, and continues on his way. Isaac, on the other hand, is having difficulty keeping track of him as his scope blurs. He quickly informs Matthew, but the latter blames him for failing to change it on time, despite the fact that it is malfunctioning. In response, Isaac reminds Matthew that the letter belonged to one of their deceased and treasured friends, Dean, and carries a variety of sentimental connotations. Matthew examines the dead bodies and is astonished to find that they are all dead with flawless headshots. He becomes concerned about the prospect of a sniper nearby, and notifies Isaac. When Isaac hears this, he advises him to leave as quickly as possible. Despite Isaac's warning, Matthew stands in the center of the site, attempting to determine the possible direction of the gunfire. Isaac yells over the radio, urging Matthew to flee, but it's too late. Matthew is shot in the abdomen by the sniper. Seeing this, Isaac hurries to help his fellow officer, sprinting in a zigzag pattern to avoid the bullets, but before he can bring Matthew to safety, he is shot in the leg. He abandons Matthew on the ground, and manages to get behind a wall. Meanwhile, Matthew suggests that Isaac call the base, and seek a backup and rescue the crew. Isaac examines the bullet wound on his right leg, and tries to stop the bleeding by wrapping a belt around the wound. He pulls the radio out of his bag and tries to make contact with the base, but the radio does not pick up any frequencies. On closer examination, he realizes that the radio has been hit by a gunshot and that the antenna has been damaged. He is unable to call for help. Matthew asks Isaac to find the sniper, so that he can better target him. Isaac tries to dissuade Matthew by warning him that the sniper will shoot him several times if he makes any movement. Despite this, Matthew unsuccessfully attempts to grab the sniper's weapon, and eventually collapses from excruciating pain and blood loss. Isaac concludes that there is nothing that can be done at this time, so he decides to take advantage of the time by taking care of his wound. Following this, he loses consciousness. When he regains consciousness, he notices that there is a noise coming from the earpiece of his radio. He is thrilled to hear that a base officer is trying to get in touch with him, and as soon as he realizes this, he asks for additional support and medical supplies. When the officer asks him to identify his location in order to provide medical supplies, he begins to doubt the legitimacy of what he is saying, as he continues to speak. In order for them to identify his precise location, the officer from the other side suggests that he stand up and shoot into the air. Upon hearing this, he responds that this violates procedure. He listens carefully as the man speaks, and realizes that this is not an American officer, but a sniper from the opposing side, who has access to the radio channels of the American base. He was able to deduce this information from the fact that the man spoke with an accent. Although the sniper's cover has been exposed, he asks Isaac to continue talking to him, because he is interested in finding out more information about him. At first Isaac refuses to go along with the sniper's demands, however, when he threatens to shoot Matthew again, Isaac relents. He tells the sniper to go first, and then seizing the opportunity, begins drawing a map of the location on the ground, hoping to determine where the sniper is most likely to be. The gunman asks Isaac about his family, but he does not respond, stating that the topic is too personal to talk about. He taunts the sniper, pointing out that he is killing people who are working to advance their nation's economy. When the sniper hears this, he simply laughs between, and says that he is aware that the money is not meant for his nation, but rather for the United States. After Isaac fails to reveal anything about himself, the sniper threatens to shoot Matthew again. However, this time, Isaac blows off the threat, and the sniper responds by revealing that he knows about Dean's death. This astounds Isaac, and he wonders where the sniper obtained this information. After a while, he attempts to sip from his bottle, but discovers a hole caused by the sniper's shot. The sniper is also aware of Isaac's condition, as he confesses that he shot Isaac's water bottle, radio antenna, and knee, on purpose. He explains that he did all of this to prevent Isaac from fleeing the location. He also informs that he will die before daybreak due to the severe blood loss from his knee. Next, Isaac attempts to determine which weapon the sniper is now using. He also refers to the sniper as a terrorist, but the latter simply chuckles, and reminds Isaac that it is he who is in a foreign country with a gun, killing people. After a bit of searching through his scope, Isaac discovers the sniper lurking in a pile of trash. Evaluating the hard conditions there, Isaac believes that the sniper is a professional, and claims to be Juba, but the sniper denies being Juba, and claims to be an ordinary Iraqi citizen. Upon hearing this, Isaac immediately comes to the conclusion that the sniper is a U.S. Army officer, who is betraying them. Once again, the sniper denies the accusation, and tells him that he will kill only those who attack him first. Isaac surrenders and falls to the ground, due to hunger and exhaustion. Later, the sniper reveals his plan to him. After his death, he will peel the skin off Isaac's face, and fix his tongue to his chest. Isaac plans to trick the sniper by putting his helmet and jacket on a wooden pole. However, the sniper does not fall for it, and Isaac loses his helmet, leaving him with no other alternative. He makes a reckless dash to a nearby dead soldier, in an attempt to determine whether or not the soldier's backpack contains anything of value. However, when he returns, he discovers that his spyglass has been damaged, and he is no longer able to use it to identify the sniper. During this time, he notices an interruption in his radio transmissions, which leads him to conclude that Matthew is still alive. He shouts to Matthew, and tells him where the sniper is hiding in the building. As Isaac tries to divert the sniper's attention, Matthew pulls a shiny symbol from his pocket, and examines the pile of trash. As Matthew cautiously approaches his weapon, the sniper explains to him that he used to be a teacher in Baghdad, but after an American attack took the lives of his children, he vowed to take revenge on American soldiers. While all this is going on, the sniper confronts Isaac, asking him why he is carrying the broken spyglass. The assailant threatens to shoot Matthew after Isaac does not respond for some time, completely unaware that Matthew is still alive. Isaac admits that he carries the spyglass with him in memory of his friend Dean, and the fact that his mistake caused his death. Meanwhile, Matthew lays the weapon on the ground, and points it in the direction of the trash pile. He fires several shots, but just as he is about to reload his weapon, the sniper returns fire, and hits him in the shoulder with one of his bullets. As a direct consequence, Isaac suggests that Matthew sneak up on him. Unfortunately, Matthew is killed by a bullet that hits him directly in the head, before he could reach the hiding place. Isaac is overcome with emotion when he sees this, and expresses that he wants to return home. The sniper tells him that if this is really what he wants, he will not shoot him. He is finally questioned by the sniper about his continued presence here, as the war is over. He pauses before answering, that the reason he is there is because he was the one who killed Dean. He confesses that he accidentally shot him while he was aiming at a sniper. He also admits to lying to everyone about Dean being murdered by the opposing sniper. He detects some sounds coming from the radio transmitter while talking with the sniper. He instantly crawls to the radio, and attempts to contact the base, but the radio is so badly damaged that he can only hear the dialogue, and cannot request assistance. It finally dawns on Isaac that the sniper has been contacting the US base, and requesting extra assistance all along. Every time he tries to interrupt the conversation, he fails. Soon, Isaac awakens to find a crow nibbling at his leg wound. He manages to grab Matthew's weapon from the garbage heap, and fires at the sniper lurking there. He then notices helicopters approaching, and pushes down the wall in front of him to reveal his location. The shooter also tries to identify him, but the dust from the falling wall causes him to push down the wall. Isaac also fires a shot, but is unsure if it killed the target or not. To find out, he stands up from his position, but the sniper does not shoot back. So he believes his shot was accurate, and that the sniper was killed or injured. Soon after, helicopters land behind him, and soldiers transport him on a stretcher. He tries to alert them to the hiding sniper, but is unable to speak effectively with the officers. After the helicopters have taken off, the sniper begins shooting the soldiers one by one. Before Isaac can alert the soldiers about the sniper, the pilot is shot, and the helicopter crashes, killing everyone on board. The sniper, disguised as an American soldier, calls the American base, and requests another rescue squad. The end. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Turn on the notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out.